Hey all, welcome back to Tech Solutions, and today we got something different. So what we got today here is an iPad, and this one's got a stuck of a home button, and it's not working as well. So it looks like it kind of flipped off, or for some reason it just not working at all. So let's see if we can remove the screen safely, and let's see how it goes. Oh, and we should be able to pull that out. So I believe the screen connectors are right here, and it should work in our favor. Gonna do it slowly, and we're gonna restore that home button and get it all up and running. We already know the Touch ID will stop working after the repair, so we're gonna give him a black home button if we got one. I'm gonna do it slowly, nice and easy. Fantastic, everything looking good. We're gonna do, so we don't want to touch this part, as this part has the cable on it, so we're just going to cross check it from here. Yep, so that's the part that has the cable, so this part doesn't have any cable on it. We're going to go slowly as possible, as we don't want to damage the Wi-Fi antenna or the screen. If we have, man. We're gonna try our best to see if we can save the screen. If we can't, we can't, then we just gotta give them a new one. Okay, Wi-Fi antenna again. This has got a bit of a glue on that Wi-Fi antenna. All good, looking all good. Sweet, so we managed to save it. That's great. And gonna make sure we don't break these cables or sting them out. We're gonna grab a bottle. I'm gonna put that on the back, so that's gonna hold it for us. And let's see if okay, so that works kind of. And okay, but we're gonna have to replace it now. So we're going to remove that slowly, the connector, and I believe it's gonna crack. Pretty sure that's going to crack, but let's see if we try it slowly, if we can save the glass from breaking. But usually there you go, it cracked. So anyway, don't have to spend a lot more time on it. Just gonna put a whole new glass on it with the new home button, so just gonna set the time. Anyway, just gonna save over time. This one is a 9.7 inch iPad, so they do have, and they only, like, you'll run into all sort of issues if you use a cheap quality screen on those ones, so do not use cheap quality screens on them. Fully avoid it at all cost if possible, and it's just not worth it. I have tried them a couple of times and they're just waste of money and the time, especially. Well, you could do 2 other repairs in that time. You will be stuck with doing 2 times. Anyway, we don't have anything to do with this glass now, as it's broken. So we're gonna, oops, just gonna slowly remove the LCD from it and remove those connectors out. I'm gonna remove that connector. Remove those LCD connectors out of it, and we're going to remove the home button connector out of it. Okay, we don't have to remove the LCD, but man, if you got glass broken in there, you want to be careful with that part. So just going to remove that part. Sweet, looks all good. By the way, just give me a second. All good, sweet. So we got the new screen here. And hey, if you use cheap quality screen, it can also burn out the backlight quite easily of the LCD. So I try to avoid them at all cost if possible, and it's just not the best experience. And yes, if you guys want to know the supplier, and if you guys want to buy the parts, let me know in the comments, and I'll provide you guys the email address, and we'll go from there. Here we go, we're going to do our old trick. We're going to apply that the LCD, the protection cover we got from the glass, and that's going to help us save the LCD scratches and all that. So right now the trick on these ones is it's same thing applies to the iPad Air models, is we're not going to touch those tapes, we're going to touch this tape, okay? And we're going to remove that excess tape out of it, not to touch that middle part. If you do it, you'll put some marks on there and they're going to look really ugly. It's just not going to work that great, that's all. So right now what we have to do is we're going to remove that tape, and we're going to put that tape on. I'm going to tape it to the glass. This is the first thing we want to do, as further will quite easily damage it while doing the repair, and then it will be fully out of our control, so we don't want to do that. I'm just going to remove this tape as well. Let's do the old way. There it is. And we're going to tape that on to that cable. Sweet, nice and easy. It's actually a 10.2-inch iPad and not the 9.7. And we're going to remove this excess tape off it. And we're going to tape that to the glass as well. Sweet, so this is a really important step that you don't want to miss, otherwise you're going to screw up and you're going to have a lot of touch issues on the screen, which I have learned from doing those repairs, so you want to be a little bit careful with that one. Stick, so just going to remove those tapes and we're going to put those on the sides. There's a other thing that we want to do is there's a complaint that, like how you guys seen in the beginning, how the home button was crooked on it. What we're going to do is we're going to apply a little bit of extra glue near the home button, where the home button clips are. With these ones, we're going to apply the glue there to make sure it holds nicely and good tight there. So just going to remove all the excess tape off it, so it will be nice and easy for us to put on. Sorry. Alright, so that tape goes off. Fantastic. So now what we got to do is we got to check the home button is working, but if you press it too hard you end up removing those. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of a super glue on that side, so a little bit on here. We don't want it too much. If we do it, then we're going to damage the home button. It'll get stuck, and then we're into other problem than solving a problem. Right, we're going to just brush off the extra one. Take the extra glue off. And we're going to just blow it off. I'm going to test that the home button is working, and we're just going to leave this home button to dry for a minute. Sweet, so let's test the new screen on it and let's see how it goes with it. So we're just going to connect the new connectors and we're going to connect the new home button. So we want to make sure that we don't connect the wrong ones in. So we only want to do the right connectors in it. Okay, so here it goes. That connects right perfectly. And we should have a connector for it. Where did it go? I think we've put it under it. Should be here somewhere. Just one second. Here we go. Just not here. Alright, let's connect the home button wire in the meanwhile, so we can test it. Oh, it's working a lot. Alright, moment of truth. Right, it's nothing on the screen at the moment. Alright, so that is working. So let's just test the... Okay, so our home button doesn't work. Alright, let's have a look. Why is that? The home button is not working. Okay, let's see if we can turn the iPad off and restart it. If the touch is working or not. Okay, so the touch is working, and maybe the home button may be faulty on this one, so we may have to swap out another home button. Yep, worst case scenario. Okay, so let me know in the comment, guys, like what else do you guys want to see on this channel, and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be posting a lot more videos on this channel later down the track. So we're gonna turn that on, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna change the home button as well on it. It's gonna be a bit nasty one, but we can tackle it down. No issues. Alright, so while that is happening, we're going to, okay, that's not heating up or anything. Oh shit, got no touch on it. Unable to activate the touch ID, that's understandable. Okay, okay. Right, now we're gonna put that on. Okay, so the home button doesn't work. Anyway, got a fault with the home button here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock the iPad and remove the home button, and we're going to try a different one. Okay guys, so got the home button working and it's fully functioning, the touch is working, no issues at all. So we're just going to pack it all up and see how that all goes, because he had so much trouble with it, so we're just going to give this a little bit of clean as well. There we go, and we hope the button works good. Yep, that's working all good now, so there's no issues with the buttons. And obviously, yeah, the touch ID doesn't work because we changed the button. Anyway, it's fully understandable. Okay. Here it is. Got it. Found that bloody thing. It's because these ones are magnetic, so the iPads do intend to intentionally catch these and hide them away. So we got to find it again and put them back in. Nice and easy. Alright, so everything's back in there, and we're going to close that now. Yep, it is going low on battery, so we may have to put it on charge, and we're just gonna screw those back in. The LCD, but the screens are really good, man. These screens are really good because they got retina on it, and they do look really sharp even if you look at it. So I wonder if in future they could improve the glass so much that there's no glass in there and you can see it really nice and easy, which would be a really great help actually. You know, I would quite like to see that kind of improvement instead of the back cameras just floating around and trying to make more money. So hopefully there'll be some good new inventions other than the cameras and like a folding phones. Would love to see like a foldable iPhone in future. That would be really good, and you know, that will take a bit of a time, like how currently it took a wee while to get like a widgets on the Apple phone. So it may take a wee while, but we'll get the end of the day. So I don't want to run a Apple versus Android war here, but just my personal opinion. I like both of them. They're both really good. So let's just close this, and yeah, sweet. So we'll successfully restore that, and we'll leave that on clipping for a wee while, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and have a lovely day. So do subscribe and hit the like button, and leave the comments below if you have any questions. Take care.